Greetings fellow flight simmer and welcome to the reaction review with me, GripperSim. Some of you have mentioned the lack of inventive X-Plane content, and you'd be right. I started an X-Plane video only yesterday and I actually downloaded the Alabeo Cessna 172 RG, which I purchased specifically for the video. Now unfortunately I had trimmer issues with this aircraft, so if any of you know anything about that, let me know, but I'm going to finish it off and see if I can fix those problems. So yes, I will be returning to X-Plane content because this is turning into a vlog. But having said that, people are interested in this, so I wanted to get both in, but the problem is time, and time is a fire in which we all burn. Speaking of time, I thought we were going to get Feature Discovery Episode 8 multiplayer this week. Let's have a look at the website. March 12th, 2020 development update. The first picture here, let's investigate this picture, but first what they say is either the grass weeds are too big or the plane is too small. I hope they fix things like this before release. Let's have a look at the picture. The grass does look a lot more realistic. If you remember before, it was really big and thick. It looked massive. But let's have a look and zoom in here. Look at the detail. That is just phenomenal, that kind of detail. It just blows me away. Let's have a look at an older picture of their grass and see how it's changed. Okay, let's zoom in. Yeah, you know, I would have accepted that. I would have said I'm really happy with that. But, you know, they've really outdone themselves, and even to such level of detail of this picture, it's really cool. Let's, where is this, by the way? We saw this last week. Let's zoom in here to one of these signs. I believe the sign here in Spanish means tourist office. Other than that, I can see a map over to this side and some luggage, but the detail's fantastic. Now, I can't read the map even if I zoom in. So I'm guessing it's South America, perhaps? Let me know in the comments what you think. They go on to say, the team has been hard at work at a number of key deliverables we're planning to release in the near future. There are a few updates we want to make everyone aware of. March 19th, Episode 8 multiplayer will be released. Okay, we thought again it would be this week. Bit disappointed, but they said there may be delays, so that's fine. March 19th, DR roadmap preview for April-May will be released. Early April, Episode 7 IFR will be released. And early April, Partnership Series update will be released. Alpha build update. There's hope for you who have not registered for the alpha yet. The upcoming alpha build is currently in release testing. We expect to provide a release date and a build notes in our next update for March 19th. Alpha invitations for those of you who have not yet registered for pre-release build testing or have registered but would like to update your DXDiag information. By the way, that is simply your computer specs. They'll explain to you how you do that when you register. We'll be opening registration on March 16th. On March 19th, we'll provide an update for our invitation timeline. You're probably aware by now of the self-isolation incentive from some workplaces. Now, this gets me to thinking, if Azabo Studios are doing that, well, why can't the developers work from home? Why would there be delays then if they can work from home? I'm thinking it may be a case they don't want the software to go on the web because of leaks. So all the software is kept in the building and it's all secure. That's the only reason I can come up with, but I don't see why there should be delays if they're allowing their staff to work from home. In any case, they go on to say Episode 8 multiplayer is almost here. On March 19th, the team will be releasing the next episode in the Feature Discovery series, Episode 8 multiplayer. In this episode, we will take an in-depth look at the multiplayer feature in the upcoming next generation of Microsoft Flight Simulator. Episode 7 IFR coming in early April. Feedback Snapshot. We have released an updated version of the Feedback Snapshot. Head into the Insider area to check it out. SDK update. That means software development kit. The SDK is now being used by over 50 companies and hundreds of programmers and artists. We have spent time listening, discussing and learning from our third-party developers, and we are working closely with them to keep improving the tools. The aircraft editor is close to being finished and several improvements to the workflow. We also made lots of progress on WebAssembly support, which is a technology which allows the porting of native code to our platform. We are excited to share what we develop with our partners in the next few weeks. Several third parties have started to share the roadmaps with us, and we're happy to report that dozens of planes and airports are in development, and we are now hopeful that quite a few of them will be ready by the time our new simulator is released. I'm not going to bore you to death with the feedback snapshot this week by reading out every line, but I do notice they always mention VR and helicopters, and I know a lot of you want helicopters, so they're listening to us. They'll probably have VR, I'm guessing. Wouldn't it be great if they had Feature Discovery series for VR? Yeah, so we're really looking forward to this. And I have to tell you, whilst we're looking at these pictures, I have to tell you, once this comes out on mainstream media and all those new people who have never really been interested in Flight Simulator before, I think there's going to be a huge plethora of newcomers to Flight Simulator. In fact, from last week's show, I got a comment from one or two users who said they've just started playing X-Plane on the back of the anticipation of Microsoft 2020 coming out. So are you one of those people who are getting into Flight Simulator and have bought X-Plane in anticipation preparation for Microsoft 2020 in order to get started? Well, I put a poll in the upper right hand corner there, and there's 4 options. The first one is I'm new to Flight Simulator. The second one is I'm an old hand. The third one is I'm getting back into it. And the fourth one is I'm thinking of it. So do let me know in the poll and in the comments. I'd really love to hear what you have to say. Now, as for this channel, next week, I'm going to actually, it's going to be during the week, or probably hopefully Sunday, I'm going to do an X-Plane video and see if I can get that RG working, that 172 RG. Yeah, so more X-Plane content. The minute I post this video, I'll be on X-Plane making an X-Plane video. So, hooray. Well, this is the bit where you hit the subscribe button if you want to subscribe. And actually, I've put in my Just for Drama playlist on the Did You Miss This section. So have a look at that and you'll see what's coming up in future. And that's great. Come on. Are you kidding? I'm okay. I'm okay.